Ladies and gentlemen, you're probably watching the adverts right now. I'll just wait for you to skip the adverts and then we're going to be doing it, all right? And here we go. In the comments, what advert did you get, if any? Hi, Tree Surgeon. Hi, Anne. Hi, KS Caretakers. Vincent. Loads of people on. In fact, you've been having a chit chat. Did I put the wrong time on or something? I can't remember. Oh, you know what I did? I don't think I put the right time on. Well, that's good. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, Bojo. Who's watching Bojo? Oh, what's happening there? What's happening there? Cool dude. Okay, ladles and jelly spoons, where are we today? We're back in the Masala. You can see that behind me. We've got that Masala in there now. I'm looking over here because that's where all the stuff is. But that's Masala behind me. And they've just finished the bingo or whatever it is, Sticky 13 in the Monte Cristo. And that was pretty loud. And we got a few guests in tonight, but I'm not, that's why I'm sat this way, so they're not on camera. So that's pretty cool. But what I do have is a camera this side, which I can show. Oh, there's Glenn. I can show you the nice terrace that I'm looking at there. And Christina's just arrived, but she can't. Put your thumb up if you can hear me, Christina. She can hear me, and she put a thumb up as well. But she's muted at the moment, so we can't hear her. So I'm just going to say hello to everybody. You know what I didn't do? I didn't bring my mini one. I didn't bring my mini, what's it called? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Christina shouldn't have seen that, but there you go. I'm not drinking beer tonight. I'm not drinking beer tonight. Okay, forgot his Monday. Oops, oh dear. Hi everyone, got a silly game. I got a silly game from Jackie Moncrief. Oh, you got a silly game? Okay, thank you. Instead of an advert. Yeah, I know. It all helps though. If you don't have to watch it all, even if you just see the first 5 seconds and skip it, then it helps the channel. It's really, really good. It's really good. So what do we got? So I put up my Aftercast today, and I'm working a bit smarter. I'm actually putting it live onto YouTube, but as unlisted, so nobody gets woken up and says Tim's live, because I'm not going to chit chat or anything. I'm just going to record it, so I don't have to upload it later. So it's done a lot quicker now. Okay, happy bank holiday Monday, Tim and Christina. Talking about Christina, I'm going to bring her on because she's got a lot to do, and she just wanted to say hello and then go and buy audiobooks because she's got her new Good Harben. What is it? What's Good Harben in Spanish? Anyway, let me go to Christina here and unmute her first. Hello, Christina, can we hear you?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
No.
Oh dear, did you touch anything?
No.
Oh well, it's well, I'm in the clear then. I just breathed in. Hang on. Here we go. So I'm going to bring.
Right.
I'm joking here. So I'm going to bring you on. Here now. Can you see something now?
No.
Oh my gosh. Is it black? Is the screen black?
No, the screen is with the mountains.
With a mountain. Okay, move the mouse. Move the mouse.
Yeah.
Did it change?
No.
It didn't. Anyway, we can see you, so that's all right. So you don't have to see us because you know what I look like.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, cool dude. So here we go. Just put this up here. Today is Aftercast, Living with MS in Tenerife, LEDERHOSEN update. Spoiler alert, they don't fit. Oh, nice to see my namesake Paul Webb interview. So as Webby, Boris has just watched Boris update, still not ruling out May 17th holidays. Yep, we're going to talk about that actually later. But Christina, how are you?
I'm fine.
How was your Easter?
It was, yeah, a lot of work really.
A lot of work.
Because I had to leave the house in the morning. I'm not used to that.
Dragging you out of bed, am I?
Yeah.
So you can't see me at all, can you?
No. And I'm not even logged in, I guess.
Oh, okay. So you log yourself in. Can you press all the buttons and stuff?
I hope so, yeah.
Uh-huh. Craig Andrews saying, how are you? And Tim, I was asking about PCR tests yesterday, and you were saying the different places where you can get tested. Do you know whether we can walk in and get tested, or is it appointment only? I think if it's a private hospital, you can actually walk in and get tested, but I would make an appointment. I would just give them a call and tell them what you're looking for, and they'll let you know. In fact, if you go to Curon, which is the one I was saying about, they have an online appointment system, so you have to go through that anyway. So, and everybody's saying hi, Christina, and lovely Christina, and Bob and Treetop moderators. You can see me now. Ah, that's good. Cool.
I can see clearly now.
Is the job centre open tomorrow?
No.
Okay. I was going to say we've got to get a real job. We're all getting 2 free tests a week from Friday, says Bob Barrows. That's cool. That is cool. And Craig is saying, eek, eek, sound the mouse, lol. Lol was my dad's name. His name was Lawrence, and we called him Lol for years. And then when the internet was a thing, he says, why is everybody shouting at me? Bojo told us nothing we didn't already know. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Good evening to me, Christina from Monty Cole. Hello, Monty. Neil Davidson, hi, Simon. Anne Elton, agree, Paul Cole. Oh, what did Paul say? I missed it. Jackie's on. Jackie Walsh. Sharon Simmons. I can't see what Paul said. I can't find it, Paul. If it was... Who's Cheeky Tim? Cheeky Tim bus driver. Busy bus driver. Cheeky Tim. That's me. Tim, disgusting beer as ice cold tea. Mark Philibrown. Tim, disgusting beer as ice cold tea. I don't understand that. My beer is alcohol free. With just a little bit of alcohol in it. Evening, everyone. From Poland. Yeah, so
don't meet anybody who invites you for a beer.
Don't invite me for
That's all I'm asking.
I know.
All I'm asking. So your friends go, hey Tim, come in, have a beer.
That's exactly what he did at Masala. Masala's one of my favourite Indians. In fact, it is the favourite Indian in the village and also in the area, because they've got to work twice as hard because they're out of the way. And the people are coming in earlier now. We've got tourists in and people who will actually live here. How can I tell? Some of them are not speaking English and some are speaking English. There you go. So, there we go. NYDA up. So today's show is only about you guys, because I went for a walk this morning and I filmed it, but I didn't cut it fast enough. After doing everything else that I had to do today and do the washing and do the bedding and everything, I didn't get it ready to show you tonight. So what I'll do is I'll upload that to Instagram stories. So if you're on Instagram, you can go to, let me just solo this. You can go to Instagram. Let me get rid of that. It's called @LivingWithMS Tenerife. And if you follow that, I'll upload it to the Instagram stories, because it's probably going to be upright. So there you go. So now we'll go back to me and Christina Lee, which is that way, and put that one back on. There you go. In fact, what I've got is so you can tell who we are. Oh, well, we can change that by doing this. There you go. Now I've got to look that way to look at Chris. There you go. That's not too bad. We're pointing away from each other now. Oh dear. Anyway, Boris said the roadmap is on track. but no commitment on foreign holidays. Bloody foreigners. Hi Steve, Monty was never going to be committed today. Hi from Tipperary Island. Oh, super. Hi John. And Andy's there from Nottingham, from Andy in Nottingham. I'm going to do my Tuesday and Saturday. I can see no reason not to. It can do no harm. Are those your two tests, or are you going to go on YouTube Tuesday and Saturday, Bob? There you go. Can you see the things I'm putting up, the questions? Chris?
Well, I could see some writing here, but
Like this one?
I couldn't read it.
You couldn't read it?
It's here. No.
This says N Smiler. Hi Tim and Christina from New Zealand.
Hey, wow.
And David Bott says, Tim, when we get back to the UK after visiting Tenerife, we go through green zone as it's not in the EU. So how does that affect the 90-day stay rule post-Brexit? Let me just read this again. Tim, we get back to the UK after visiting Tenerife, we go through the green zone as it's not in the EU. So how does that affect the 90-day stay rule post-Brexit? David Block. David, if you're trying to say that Tenerife is not in the EU, that's wrong. It is in the EU. It's just in a special tax haven where we have different tax laws. Tenerife belongs to Spain. Spain's in the EU, so Tenerife is in the EU. And when you get back to the UK, you go through the green zone, maybe because you're British citizens, and there's a green zone for British citizens. There will be a foreigners line and a British line. There used to be a foreigners line, a British line, and a European line, but I think the European line is going away because free movement's ended now. So you'll have a foreigners and British, and if you go through the British line, then you get back into the UK quicker, because there's no immigration checks. The 90-day rule is something different. Basically, the 90-day rule is for non-EU or people who do not enjoy freedom of movement are limited to 90 days stay in every 180. But the 180, 6 months, is rolling, so it's in the past 180 days. So what you have to do, you have to go and find out the date that you're returning to the UK, and that date is the end of your holiday, let's say. Then you've got to look backwards how many days you've been in the EU in that last 6 months, and if it's less than 90 then you can come, and if it's more than 90 then you can't yet. So basically the 90-day rule is you can only stay in the EU without a visa for 90 days in any rolling 180 days. So it's there's actually, if you go online, there is actually a calculator where you put in your holiday dates and all the dates that you were in Europe, because it's not just Spain, not just Tenerife, it's the whole of Europe. When you were in Europe before, and if you exceed 90 days in Europe in the last 180, then they won't allow you in. What did you kill? What did you drop? Christina Lee. Oh, you got a mouthful of water, have you?
I put my water on the table.
Okay. She's terrible, you know. She breaks loads of stuff, don't you, kid?
Yeah, you should see the living room. You can swipe it all up.
Okay, looks like Daniel's online. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. I'm not sure whether whether I can get you in the room if you want to come and try. I think I can, actually. I think I can have up to 5 guests now. So, Danny, if you want to come in, go to timothydowd.com/live and press the button. There you go. Only if you want to, though. Don't. No. If you just want to be a fly on the wall, that's also okay. So yeah. So the LEDERHOSEN challenge don't fit, but I am going to bed early. I went to bed early last night, didn't I, Chris?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do.
Not the time you wanted to go.
Not the time I wanted to go, no. I can go this way now. No, I've done it the wrong way again. Hang on. You're big now.
Hey, I'm big.
And now I'm looking at you. Now when I look at this, I'm looking at you. Like that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, like that. There you go. There you go. So I'm looking at you now, Chris. So yeah, so I'm going to bed a bit earlier now, and so I'm getting up earlier. So I get up at 8 o'clock, a potato clock. Andrew's saying hi to me, Christina. Hope you're both okay. From Andy in Birmingham. Hope to be there in 2022. I'll get you a few beers. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. But Christina won't let me have the beers. That's unfortunate. Michael says COVID has spiked again here in Michigan. I think the worst in America. Over 8,000 cases a day in my state. Oh, that's terrible. Because of that, Canada has extended its border closure for another month until at least May. Oh my golly gosh, that's Michael Fludak from Michigan. I feel for you. I feel for you, and it's the same really with I think the French are going up as well, and that's why Spain's closed the land border with France. But we're lucky on the island. We are going up, but not as bad as you are. Let me just give you that. For those of you who haven't seen the aftercast today, I've got the latest figures here. Chris, do you want to stay on or do you want to say goodbye?
I say goodbye, Chris.
Okay. Chris is going to go now. What are you going to do tonight?
Tonight? Before you get home.
Yeah, you're going to buy some
audiobooks? I'm going to look at Audible, yeah.
Okay.
If they've got something new in stock.
If anybody's got any suggestions for Chris for audiobooks from audible.com or audible.de, she actually goes to, send me a message. Go to timothydowd.com, which is this one here, and send me an email and give us your recommendations for books. Okay, Chris, I'm going to let you go.
No science fiction books.
No science fiction. So, because somebody else might be coming in to the room, can you do me a favour?
Just throw me out.
I can't. That's the problem. They won't. This software doesn't let me throw you out. So do me a favour. Get the mouse, and on the bottom right hand of the thing, there's a little red dot with a little white X in it. Can you see that? She's got to zoom in. She's got to zoom in, like really big. Really. Can you see it?
Zooming. No.
You can't find it.
Wait.
She's cool, is my wife. She can do almost anything. Mark saying he forgot what day it was. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. Does going to bed earlier make you thinner because it stops you eating supper? Actually, no, going to bed makes me slimmer because I get up earlier. If I go to bed at 4 o'clock, I can't get up at 8 o'clock to go walking. But if I go to bed at midnight, I can go. You found it?
What do I have to press?
Bottom right hand corner, there's a little red button or a little X. Snow flurries in Sussex, they say. Oh dear. I actually saw the isobars there, and this is what's giving you the snow, is those isobars. It's a cold front and a warm front actually meeting, so that's terrible. Chris?
I think there's an X, but not red.
No, is it the bottom right? On the bottom right, there's a little X. That you're looking left, it looks like to me.
It's right my side.
Okay, then press that and see what happens.
No, it's gone.
I'll tell you what, close Safari altogether. Just close it.
How do you do that?
At the top left, there's a little red button. This is
yeah.
Live help desk, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Live help desk. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, you can press it now.
Bye.
Bye. That was cool. That was cool. She went culo dudo, as they say. No, they don't say that. Don't say that, because the word culo in Spanish means something different than being cool. And here we go. Daniel's popped right in there. I'm gonna. Can I hear you, Daniel? Say hello.
Hello.
There you go. There we go. So
can you hear me?
I definitely can. There he is, my friend. How are you, sir?
What's the crack?
The crack is mastered. The crack master. So
You're enjoying a pint. Did you see my name that I put up? I don't know, has it come up? The
No, it
big
didn't. No,
the
somebody else
big
was saying
green
hi,
friendly
Daniel.
giant.
Is that you now? The green friendly
Yeah. I said I might as well have a bit, instead of putting the crack master, I said I'd put that up, a bit more fun.
There we go. Oh, the name on the thing. And I'm not showing the names tonight. I'm not showing the names. David Bott saying, thanks to him. Pre-Brexit, we had a green, red and EU lines. We weren't allowed to enter via the EU one, but the tax position made sense. We're just hoping we could employ. Okay. He was asking about the 90-day rule, and we were looking at the 90-day rule there, but it looks like there's no way around it. Did you see Lee's blog today about the
I'm not keeping
deportations?
up on it.
Did you see the blog from Lee today?
I didn't see it yet.
I just watched it before I came out.
I've been busy all day, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and this is amazing. I mean, Lee, we both know Lee, right? He's an intelligent guy, right? But he is also saying he doesn't understand why Spain and Britain don't talk to each other, because people go to Spain, then they get turned back, and he couldn't understand why they were allowed on the plane to go to Spain, then Spain turns them back. But the rules never changed. The rules have been in place since last year, right? When there was, and nobody from outside the EU could come in. What's changed is that the transition period's finished. And I just don't think people understand what that meant. That when the transition period finishes, free movement ends, which is what everybody voted for. So even Lee was surprised that there's still no free movement, and that amazes me. Or am I seeing it a different way?
I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be completely honest, I haven't been tracking it at all, Tim, because in the selfish mode of myself, it doesn't affect me because I'm an EU citizen, so because I'm from the south of Ireland, with the Republic of Ireland, so it didn't have any effect. I still stay as an EU citizen. I have free movement within the EU. I assume it affects me going into Britain.
As an Irishman, no, because the Anglo-Irish Agreement would cover that.
Oh yeah, well there you go. So I have free movement everywhere. So So I have. But obviously it does.
So Mark Roberts is saying, "What's the story, Daniel?"
What's the story, Jack and Ori? The story is good here in Cricklewood.
And what's the cracked chicken and a can of Coke?
Chicken and a can of Coke. There you go.
I'm glad I got the notice to wear blue today. Looking good, gentlemen. I've no idea.
Do you not get that look?
Okay. I didn't get that.
We both wearing blue. I don't know. I was wearing blue. I was trying to look smart today. I had to go to my Hester.
Oh dear. The old Hester.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a cook? Hester Blumenthal.
Hester Blumenthal. The accountant, as they say in English.
In English, the accountant. There we go. Hey, here we go. Yeah. We got GFG from David Butler with 2 shamrocks, 3 Irish flags, and 2 smileys.
There you go.
The green friendly giant.
Oh, okay. The green friendly giant.
Yeah.
Although I'm blue today.
You are blue today. Well, we could change that. Jeffrey Dedane says snow in Hoogkneist in Belgium today as well.
Oh, very nice.
Hoogkneist this probably is.
Bit of snow.
Aye.
Did someone say there was snow in Dublin?
I didn't see anywhere from Dublin. I know there was in Sussex snow, so I mean that's on a similar sort of parallel, isn't it?
Yeah. So I thought someone was saying there was snow or trickle of snow in Dublin or something.
The Midlands. Tim, if those people on Ryanair flight got returned to UK, listened to Timformation, they would have saved money and heartache, says Donny Comby. Yay!
They need to listen to the Timformator.
The Timformator. Don't do that. Hey, we're looking for a new. We're looking for a new name for Rick and Shelley's channel.
Oh right.
So I'm thinking NAFVFT. Not another vlog from Tenerife.
Not another Tenerife vlog. What could you call them?
Well, I was thinking Ricky
What,
Rolo
WDW?
or Ricky
Rolo
Rolo.
Rick.
Actually, Shelley put it succinctly. She says, "Why don't you just call it Shelley?"
Oh yeah. Or the Rick and Shelley show.
No, she wants Shelley first because if people
Oh,
are looking for Shelley,
Shelley-
she wants... No, it's true. It's
Shelley
true.
and Rickshaw.
Ladies first. Shelley.
Well,
Shelley,
you know this. You know
Shelley's
the story.
Rickshaw. There you go.
Shelley's rickshaw.
Shelley's Rickshaw.
But you know what it is, right?
Go on.
I, you know the crack with me. I made friends with Rick because I wanted to get closer to Rolo. Because Rick is basically Rolo's manager.
That's it.
And we, like, I still haven't got that close to Rolo, so I'm not impressed.
Oh, you were at his house, weren't you? Weren't you at his
Yeah,
house
but-
before lockdown?
I've been trying to hang out more with Rolo, and I'm not having much luck. David Butler says yes, snow in Dublin.
Oh dear.
There you go.
There you go. You can't put these up, can you?
Someone said Magnus. Magnus said turf accountant. Yes, I went over to the accountant and we were slowly counting through the turf that I took from the bog.
And David Wallace is saying, "Hi Tim, I agree with the confusion about the foreign travel. It's because people forget we are not part of the EU anymore." I'm so sad about that. I am so sad about that. I'll have to tell me my story because I'm British, right? But I'm married to an EU citizen, so therefore I can either apply for a card that says I'm the spouse of an EU citizen, or I can apply for a card to say I was here before the transition period ended. And so I said, well, I might as well.
Well, you're here
Go ahead.
more than 3 years now. You can apply for, if you're here for more than 3 years, you can apply for a thing called Arraigo Social, which gives you social roots here.
Yeah, but I mean, well, that's another story. That's another story. If what
All
I
right.
can do, muchas gracias, señor.
Muchísimas gracias para
Muchísimas gracias. Yeah. What I can do is I can apply for the special Social Security thing, but I don't pay Social Security because I don't work. And if you earn less than 450 euros a month, I think it is, then you're not classed as working. So what happens is I am Christina's cuidador, which is her helper or her carer, and therefore I'm covered by her insurance, her German insurance, which then goes through Granadilla and goes into the Spanish system. So all I had to do was to fill out an E111, I think it was, or E106, one of those E numbers anyway. I think Britain changed it to an
They're not
S1.
in food.
Yeah, in food. Yeah, so I'm monosodium glutamate. That's me. So yeah, so it's really weird. So I've got this weird sort of thing here. But if I said, okay, I'll apply for the card that says I'm the husband of an EU citizen, and they says, don't do that. I said, why? He says, because it's harder to get that card than it is just to say I was here before January the 1st.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all up in the air, isn't it? A bit
It is,
mad.
yeah.
Like a lot of people had to go home, didn't they?
Not a lot of people. I think it was a minority of people that was. I think what happened was they didn't think anything would actually change. They were under the radar before. They said we'll stay under the radar. I think that's what it was. And those people were caught with their pants down, basically.
All right.
Some of them not yet.
There's nothing worse than getting caught with your pants down. Jesus.
Exactly.
You don't want to be.
Yes, there is. Is when you can't get your LEDERHOSEN back on.
Oh yeah, what's the story with the LEDERHOSEN, Tim?
Oh, spoiler alert! Don't fit.
we gotta get on the path.
I am actually losing weight.
Good man.
Yeah, I'm down to 113.1 kilos this morning. I weigh myself every Monday, and I'm down to 113.1. I should be like 3 meters 20 for that weight. But it's on
Are you weighing yourself at the same time?
The same time every Monday morning with the same clothes on. Because Christina says, because I weigh myself at the foot of the bed and Christina's still in bed, and she says, I don't want you weighing yourself naked in front of me.
Okay.
So I wear the same underpants. They probably weigh about 10 kilos.
Superman underpants, is it?
That's Superman.
Brilliant. Standing there with your Superman underpants.
We're really well, thank you, Sir Chris. I'm actually missing a lot of these comments because I'm having such a fun time with Daniel. I haven't seen him since. When was the last time we met? It must have been I don't know.
Sunday. Yesterday. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining us.
I really did, and thank you very much for inviting us. That was really good.
It was the smoothies were that breakfast was spot on, wasn't it?
You know, I when I saw the picture, I thought they were little sort of French bread round things. With a little bit of whatever it was, and this was like packed with, it was like a whole radish with a whole avocado and onions on one of them. The other one was, I'm not kidding, it was piled up, wasn't it, with the smoked salmon.
It was beautiful.
But the ones I liked was the poached egg and bacon ones. They were.
Yeah, they were really nice. That was
really
my
nice.
favourite, and the other one that was my favourite was with the little what's those fruits?
The pomegranate one. I didn't have one of those.
Pomegranate, that's it.
I didn't have one of those.
What?
Because Christina
Sahara scoffed all them.
Yeah, no, well, Sahara scoffed them, and then Christina didn't want hers, so I put it over on that plate. Because I didn't know it was pomegranates. I thought there was something like blueberries or something.
Oh, it was beautiful, man. You should have had them ones.
I should have had that, yeah. Well, we'll have to go there again.
That and the bacon one. Oh, we're definitely up for that. I definitely have a smoothie there again.
Yeah, but we won't go online because of the traffic.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people weren't happy with the sound.
No, but I mean, I listened to it back and it didn't sound bad to me.
No, I think there was couple of parts of it that was bad. Do you know what it was? It was literally it was a last minute call. We'd actually planned to go somewhere else, but in my opinion, it was like the setting. When you I looked briefly at the video again, and the setting in the background was beautiful, and the breakfast was spot on. Just unfortunately a bit noisy.
Oh, yeah. And lots of people. I mean, the sisters. And thank you again. In case Hannah's watching, thank you, Hannah, for being a great server there.
Yeah, she was brilliant. Super food.
Oh, we got a question from Dunn Trucking. When are you doing the orchid garden part 2?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've had a lot of stuff that I've had to sort out in my own personal life, and my life comes first, unfortunately, over the YouTube stuff. So I've had to focus on that. My business got busier this weekend. Plus, I'm in the process of studying a new skill in case things don't get better. I need to protect my income and my future. So while I love the YouTube and I love doing it, and I really want to do part 2, it's going to have to be a little bit on hold, and I'm doing stuff more local. Maybe I'll try and organize it next week. I'm doing a vlog, which I haven't done a vlog in about 3 weeks, with tomorrow, where we might just be stranded somewhere.
Stranded?
Myself and Data Daz.
Oh my golly gosh.
Yeah, and we have to find our way back.
Your new skill, right? I mean, that'll work with YouTube as well, because there's lots of pole dancers on YouTube already.
You've been hanging outside my house again watching me practice, have you? I told you about that. I told you, stop hanging around my house with those binoculars. It's freaking me out.
Wayne Ward's asking question 10 again. Just a quick question for you two on live. I've got a holiday in Los Gigantes at Christmas. Do you think it will happen? I will go and say yes.
Yes.
I think, put it this way, unless something drastically changes in the world, I think that we will be open for business again by at the latest mass tourism by September. That was planned always, and I think it'll still happen. What do you think, Daniel?
Do you know what it's come to now at this stage, Tim? I've got to the stage where I don't try and predict anything. I just go, right, I wake up in the morning, I'm still here, and I go, what's in store for me today at this stage, because anytime I've got my hopes up and got excited about things getting better, it's not worked out well. I'm putting the plans in place. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I've just got to play things day at a time, but I am planning for the possibility that we have a terrible year this year, and if we have a great year business wise, then it's a bonus. And I'm what's the best way of protecting myself on the basis financially, on the basis of it being a very bad
Well,
year.
you've got to change your job anyway because you're rubbish at the one you've got. I mean, I saw that yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was a disaster for one booking. That literally just didn't work out well at all. And you know what? To change anything with Viator is an absolute nightmare. You were there. I was literally on the phone for. It must have been.
The minute we finished the vlog, we were sat there having a chit chat, and he was off on the phone, and he's going, "Oh no, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. I got to do this. And then he had to call this guy, and they've got to. Oh, it was amazing.
It was like, do you know what it was? It was for one person on a boat. I clicked, instead of acknowledge, I clicked cancel, and because it's not my system, it's Viator's system, I had to then contact Viator because I couldn't rebook them because I'd be basically sidestepping Viator, which would be wrong. And they were saying to me on the phone, I just booked them, and I didn't want to do it unless I was 100% sure. I was just like, it was just a nightmare. So it was about 40 minutes for one booking, you know. So.
Oh, we got a shout out, Daniel. Hang on, we got a shout out. Can you see these that I'm putting up on the screen?
Oh, I can. There you go.
Please say hi to her daughter Gemma, Mary Ann, and Harry in Glasgow.
So we're saying hi to her. How are you doing, Gemma?
Hi, Gemma.
From Mary Ann and Harry in Glasgow, Scotland.
So, Gemma, if you're having a great day, put your thumbs up, and everybody else press the thumbs up.
Push the buttons and things. As Shelly would say, it's a bit weird. This is always, it's the camera. It's like the directions.
It's sort of backwards, isn't it? We're used to mirrors. That's what it is.
It's backwards, like me.
Okay, I've lost a load of comments, but here we go. Amazing day out today at the garden centre. It was amazing. Honest, says Magic McQuades.
Magic McQuades.
Okay, thanks, man. Many UK citizens do not realise the ramifications of voting. If you can spell ramifications, you probably voted Remain.
Ramifications.
I was being political again.
You're stirring up the pool there now. I have a question for you, Tim, from Neil Hilson. Sorry, just tuned. Can you explain the 180 day rule? Do you have to have a break between the first 180 days and the next 180 days?
Well, actually, I do have an answer for that. The 180 day is rolling. So when you come on holiday for a particular period of time, the last day you're here, you know which last day, the day you're going home.
Yeah.
You have to take that date and look backwards over the past 180 days. And however many days you've been in Tenerife, or in Europe in fact, in that period counts to the 90 days. So if you spend, let's take January the 1st, and then let's say you're coming on holiday just before, is it the end of June? June's the 6th month, right?
Yeah.
So the end of June is like, no, sorry, 90 days is today. Well, 1st of April, right? So let's say you came on holiday on the 1st of January.
Yeah.
No. We'll start again. Just a minute. Normal service will be resumed presently. Okay, we're back. The way it works is, let's assume that you're leaving on the 31st of March, right? That's the last day of your holiday. You have to look back to all the times you were in Europe for the 6 months, which is 1st of July last year. So that's 6 months, yeah? 31st of March.
Yeah.
And if you've been in the country...
Does it get reset after the 6th month?
No, there's no reset. It's like it moves along. The 180 days moves around with you.
Right.
So you just look at the last 180 days from the last day of holiday,
And see how, have you been in more than 90 days?
Yeah, so when you're planning your holiday, let's say you come in for 2 weeks, that's 14 days, right? Let's say you got 14 days in the EU and you're going home on whatever date it is. From that date, you count 180 days backwards, take your 14 days off, which is the holiday you want to book, and then look how many times you're in the EU in the last 180 days. And if that and your 14 days is more than 90, don't book it. Am I making it complicated?
Don't book it, Tano.
Well,
it's probably a bit complicated. You could literally say this. So 180 days behind you. Check how many days have been on holidays. It can't be more than 90 days.
It can't be more than 90 in the last 180 days. Whenever the days are, you can't be more than 90 in the last 180 days.
The days you're heading off. If this was the last of the 180 days and you were booking for 2 weeks' time and this was the reset and you hadn't been then you'd be all right. That's not very clear either. So I'm Batman.
The problem is it's the rolling 180 days. It's the rolling. So let's just say you've already been in the EU for 90 days in the last 180 days today, right?
Yeah.
But tomorrow, you've only been 89 days in the EU. And the day after, you've only been 88 days in the EU.
And I'm going to throw this out there, the day after that, 87.
I was going to say that, but, how many bottles are hanging on the wall?
As many as you want.
As many as I like.
Before they fall.
Do you want to see yesterday's COVID figures?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Here we go. AFCAST, 4,765 active cases yesterday at 2 o'clock. 2,491 in Tenerife. There it is, big and blue. Oh, they're blue as well. And if you're looking at that, it's 1,200 and something Santa Cruz, 554 La Laguna, 141 Arona, which is where you are, and 116 Adeje. And both of those have gone up. And Granadilla is just hit the 100, and then I don't really report anything under 50. But yeah, so even though the north is still worse than us, we are the 3 municipalities that are not kicking it really, and it's going to go up, I'm afraid, because I think there was a lot of stuff going on over Santa Semana, and people were meeting in bigger groups. And I know we met you guys, but we had social distancing with the hugging and kissing, right?
We didn't kiss each other.
We didn't kiss each other. Not on
you
camera.
elbowed me in the face.
Not on camera as well.
You went like this. Went home with a black eye.
Slimmerlai saying the Cyprus and the other Schengen countries do not count the 90-day stays. Cyprus and the other Schengen countries do not count for the 90-day stays. It's 90 days in the Schengen area, is what I know. So if I'm reading that correctly, Slimmerlai, you're wrong. If I'm not reading it correctly...
there might be places that are exempt, maybe, no?
No, there are no exemptions.
No?
No, because it's a Schengen rule. It's not a Spanish rule, it's a Schengen rule. So we adopted the Schengen rule, which was created in 1973, I think. No, when was the Schengen? That was later. But basically, the 90-day rule is for non-Europeans in the Schengen area. If you're visiting a country that isn't in Schengen, then they have their own immigration rules. So maybe that's, I don't know, is Cyprus in Schengen? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but maybe someone can shed some light on that and why it's different. Hey, what's the story then the other way around? If I want to go to the UK, is it the same rules?
Who wants to go to the UK? It's snowing.
I don't know. I was looking at
we got to go and visit Darren John in London, and he's going to take us to Camden Market.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I went completely blank. I really want to go and see. I've been to London twice and I hated it. No offense to anyone who's from London, but it freaks me out because there were so many people. But when he was showing us around, it looked so beautiful, so many nice places.
And if you people don't know who Darren John is, then he is a new vlogger. Well, he's not a new vlogger. He had a Fit by 50 or Fit for 50. Fit Over 50 YouTube channel, and he's changed it now to because he's got slimmer than me, which isn't hard. And basically, I think what's happening now is he's got this fantastic blog where he's so laid back. He just says,
Yeah, I love it.
all right, guys, we're going on a tube now. We've got to go to Camden Town. Never been before. And he lives around the corner. Never been before. And then he goes, wow. I mean, he really is surprised around every corner. And there is a surprise around every corner.
And do you know what it is? It's the way he's just so relaxed. Myself and Sahar watch it, and we just feel chilled watching it. I love it. Guys, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
I'm so busy creating content, I don't really have time to do content, but I'll consume Darren John, and I will look at Simon Farrant, because he puts good stuff up, and Rick and everybody. I mean, I'm not going to mention everybody, but I do consume a lot. But
now, what about me?
I don't watch your crap.
Well, at least you're honest.
Unless I'm on it. Gemna is name. Oh, Gemna.
Right.
Maybe we got the name wrong before. I think maybe we got the name wrong before when we said hello to Gemma, because it's Gemna. Is named after my brothers and I. Is J for James, E for Eddie, M for Michael, M-A for Mary, and Mary Ann, and H for Hugh. Oh, they spelled it the other way now. Hang on. Oh, it was Gemma. He's just mistyped Gemna. I think you're going to change your name to Gemna now, kid. I'm sorry.
I'm more confused than the 180 thing.
No, it was Gemma, but he said Tim Gemna, and then. Marianne. Sorry, Marianne. We're just having a little bit of fun. Okay, just having a bit of fun.
So it's Gemma. Is there Gemma or Gemma?
It's Gemma. It is Gemma, yeah.
Okay, Gemma,
it's James, Eddie, Michael, Mary Ann, and Hugh.
Gemma. James, there we go.
Cyprus and the other non-Schengen countries do not. Okay, that's what Slimmer Life says. I beg to differ, but please let me know, just in case I'm wrong.
Can someone tell me why it's not a Schengen country? Just out of interest.
What happened was the Schengen agreement was the people that said we want to get rid of border checks, and so they all met. All of the EU met in Schengen, which is a country, which is a town, and they said we will not check at the border. So between Germany and Austria, for instance, that was a real problem because it was the traffic jams all the time going to Austria, and I had to go to Austria once a week and drive down. It's a 4-hour drive, and it was like terrible. And when they got rid of the passport things, it was a 2.5-hour drive.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
It was, yeah. So the Schengen agreement was basically no more passport checks. Obviously, that's come in slightly now with other things that have happened, especially COVID and what have you. But and also the immigration problem.
I can't remember. I drove from the north of France to the bottom of Spain. I don't think I was checked on the border between France and Spain.
Then it must have been during the Schengen agreement.
Yeah. Someone said, Bob Barrow says currently Cyprus is not in the Schengen area, but in the process of joining.
Okay, but even if it's not in the Schengen area, it's still in the EU, is it?
Yeah, I think it's in the EU, but it mustn't be in the Schengen area.
I think the law is no access to the EU, but maybe because they're not in the Schengen area, they could do a bilateral agreement. I mean, we have bilateral agreements with other countries. So if you come from, for instance, South Korea, they're allowed. They're outside, but they're allowed in because they have a bilateral agreement with us. Singapore, New Zealand, I think, has a bilateral agreement with us. So there are countries that have bilateral agreements with the European Union and the Schengen area to arrive. It's just that the UK hasn't done it. I mean, the transition agreement didn't agree that. And another pint and a bottle of Coke for Daniel. £10 from Paul Cole. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much. Only the Swallows can actually spend 90 days at a time in Tenerife. Only the Swallows can actually spend 90 days at a time in Tenerife, says Angry Bello. Well, anybody can spend 90 days at a time as long as they got the time and the money.
You can work from home. If you work from home, a lot of people work from home. These days it seems to be loads of everyone's working from home.
Oh yeah, okay. They are on about joining the 90 days together with 180. Like if you're Spanish, you go to the UK, you can stop in 180 days instead of 90. If you are Spanish and go to the UK, you can stop 180 days instead of 90.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So it's double. We get double.
We get double,
Well, I'm Irish, so I can go there anyways, can't I?
and I'm English, so I can go there anyway.
We're all right then.
We're all right then. Snow
There you
first
go.
thing in Manchester, but didn't stick. But icy cold. Been in London 18 years. Still don't like the people.
What was that?
That
Been
was
in where?
KS Caretaker's been in London for 18 years and still don't like the people.
All right.
Oh,
Well, I
dear.
didn't really know any of the people there. I just kind of went there and I just found it quite intense because, like, I'm from the countryside in Ireland, and it's not busy here really. And then all of a sudden, I was going, obviously it wasn't during the COVID times, and it was like I got on the tube, and it was just intense the amount of people coming and going. It's like a big countryman going, Jesus, all the lights. All the people.
I used to live in Sydney Road in Staines. I was working in where was it? Thorpe Park. I don't know if you heard of it. It's like it used to be a nice little amusement park, and it came up to like a massive thing. But I was there when it was in the 80s, 87 I think it was there, and I was a pirate on the ship.
Wow.
I was actually driving a train through the. I'd take all the people on a train through the pirate land, Treasure Island.
Yeah.
It was Treasure Island,
It's Ireland.
And so I used to go into town a couple of times a week, because I was on shifts. So I'd just go into town, and so London was all right for me. In fact, I was on the Isle of Dogs, and I went to see one of these Saturday morning TV shows that they had in Britain in the 80s. And they picked me and they says, "Oh, can you come up and try this strongest beer in the world because you look like an alcoholic?" I said, "No," "I'm drinking alcohol free." And I was at the time drinking alcohol free. Okay, that's another story. Gary Lakey. Tim, how are you and Dan? More thing opened up in UK from next Monday. We're fine. Well, I am. Oh, here we go. Some information. We got some Timformation here from Slimmer Life. Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, Switzerland, Monaco, San Marino, and the Vatican City are non-Schengen countries.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
So you need passports to get into all those places.
No, Schengen is only this free movement thing. You can actually go anywhere you like as long as you have the right papers. But
you need
Schengen,
a passport to go into those places.
Yeah, but basically you need a passport anyway to get into the Schengen area, but what they're saying is we're not going to check it if you nip over the border to France or Luxembourg or something like that. So the Schengen just said...
If you're looking for a litre of milk in France and you're in Spain, you could just nip over and get an old litre of milk and a packet of crisps, head back to the house.
Exactly.
Or a Yorkie and a litre of milk, back to the house. Watch a movie. I was just over in France there, Jim. I had to go up to France there from Spain, pick up a litre of milk. It took me a week. Had a great time on the way, but sure, you know what? We're happy out. We'll have the milk and the Yorkie. There you go now.
And this is the reason you don't need alcohol. Proof there and then.
Yeah,
You can be
go.
funny. You can be funny without me now.
Yeah. Sure, it's no crack unless it's crack.
Daniel is like Mick Dundee in America.
Dan's like Mick. Oh yeah, do you remember that? Like yeah, exactly. When I was in London, do you remember when he was out? He was out on the ocean throwing grenades into the ocean, and the police come out. And they're going, "What? Yeah." He goes, "Oh, fishing." Brilliant.
Oh, fish. Daniel, if you thought London was intense, don't go to New York. Tina.
I'm not a big fan of cities. Like, I'll be honest with you. You
I, you know,
know,
I love visiting cities that are famous because then I can go and see the famous bits myself. But I'm typically always disappointed in the bits around it.
yeah.
So they always like come and say, "Oh, look at this fantastic picture of Buckingham Palace," right? And then you look around the area, and you know it's just like houses and stuff. So I'm always disappointed with the bits. When I moved to Munich, I used to take people on bicycle rides in Munich for like team building and all that, and that was pretty good because Munich sort of grew organically, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of sort of green and stuff, you know. But a lot of cities are just buildings, you know.
So, if you were to say out of the famous things in movies or whatever, if you were to say the one that didn't disappoint you the most, or you liked the most, that you went to see, that impressed you the most, like say for example, obviously not Buckingham Palace, you just told us that didn't impress you, but something that did impress you. What was it?
The one that impressed me, and you will laugh, was Ellis Island. And Ellis Island is the next island to the island where the Statue of Liberty is in New York.
Yeah.
And Ellis Island was where all the immigrants came in. And
Right.
they've kept it exactly the same as a living museum. So you can actually
Wow.
walk through and experience actually coming to America. Send me your poor, send me your weary. And it was very well done, very tastefully done, very low key, not very American to tell you the truth. Very low key, but very informative. So if you're ever in New York, Ellis Island is the place to go and see. That really impressed me.
Was that in the scene from Scarface? No, at the start.
I'm not sure.
Or was that there? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but no, I'd never heard of it until I got there, to tell you the truth. I mean, I was visiting
Right.
the Statue of Liberty. I was disappointed with that because I got to the head of it and it wasn't that massive thing where Superman flies in. It was tiny. There's only 3 people allowed at the top, and I thought there was
Did
going
you
to be
go
this
up in your
great big
Superman
thing.
pants?
And I was
No.
a Superman fan, yeah. I went there
Did
to
you
fly
go-
out the window.
Did you go up in your Superman underpants?
I certainly did. I changed halfway up. They arrested me on the way down.
I just have this picture of you up on the top of it in Superman underpants, standing there going, I fulfilled my dream, but it's such a letdown.
I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your comments here, but I've got one from David Shufflebottom who says, Tim, hasn't the 90-day rule always been in place even when we were in the EU? It's just that it was never enforced previously, so nothing's really changed. Your comments, please. Yes and no. The 90-day rule was always in place, but it only affected non-EU citizens. So therefore, when the Britain was in the EU, they weren't affected by the 90-day rule, obviously. But as soon as the transition period ends, now you're affected by the 90-day rule. So the rule has always been the same and stringent. So if you're coming in from Ghana, my son-in-law is Ghanaian, and he had a big time coming in as a tourist, and now he's here as a resident. And so that was a big problem coming in from there. And also people from America and South America who want to come here, they are having problems coming in. You know, I've got some friends, he's Spanish, but his wife's American and the child is American, and they're having problems getting in. So yeah, it's always been the same with the 90-day rule. It's just that Britain was enjoying the free movement. Although Britain wasn't in Schengen, Britain was in the free movement of people, European 4 pillars of freedom, and now they're not, and that's why they're getting turned back. It's not because we hate the Brits, it's because it's the rules that you chose, if you like, talking to you guys. I know that not all of you chose it.
There's a donation there, just in case. You
I'm
missed it
missing
from
everything.
Gary Lakey.
It doesn't
Tim
come
have
up.
a few €1 points.
If I've missed these, my new software that I'm looking at here, let me show it you. So this is the way it looks now. This is new for me. These are all the comments, and it's all black and white with red names that I can't even read. And I can only see 2 or 3 at once, so I've got to go up and down.
It's about as clear as mud.
They are about as clear as mud, but I'm in contact with the people because they do accept sort of like for better
Does it
and
not show
sports
you the
radio.
donations, no?
Well, it does, but it comes up. It doesn't come up as different. It only comes up as an amount of money in. Oh, Swally, here we go. When was it?
It was. I don't have the times here, but it was.
No, it doesn't. Okay, but anyway,
Tim,
but
Tim,
thank you.
I have to tell you, I have to go because I just realised I promised I have to do something with Sahar.
It's okay. We're an hour. We're up. It's an hour anyway. It's an hour
So
anyway.
my sincere apology. She just literally WhatsApped me now and said we're supposed to be doing something now, and I forgot. So remember, you were in the doghouse the last day. Well, I'm going to be in the doghouse now.
Just tell her you were with Tim, and everything will be all right.
I will. Yeah, she's still
Give her my
going.
love.
She's still going to put me. I will indeed. Love to Christine. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for having me on, man, and have a lovely evening. I just hang up here.
You just press the little button on the bottom right. There's a little red X.
Stay safe.
Bye bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye bye. Okay, cool dude. Cool dude. I'm leaving the room. So if anybody else wants to come in, unfortunately I'm not there. And I'm going to take this off here. There we go. I'm sorry if I missed your donation. I do apologize, but thank you very, very much for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can do it through here, or you can go to timothydowd.com, and on there it'll tell you how to support the channel. It'll also, you can send me a message. You can look at the past vlogs. So they're all linked there when I get time to link them. And also there's you can find out how you can come on like Danny did now. I'm not just letting anybody on willy-nilly now for obvious reasons, but if you contact me and tell me what you want to talk about and we have a little chat and we test your microphone and all that stuff, then that's fine. You can come on and we'll have a chit chat. Even if you just want to come and just sort of say, hello everybody, thank you very much, this is what I look like, you know, put a face to the name, that's fine by me. So just come in and do that. Okay. So, okay. Donation 1851. Thank you very much. I will go back and look at all those, but thank you so much for everybody who's supported the channel in the past and they're going to support the channel in the future. I hope that you get some sort of value out of this, and also with the AFCasts giving you the daily updates there from Sunday to Thursday, I think it is. But I found a better way of doing it now, so I might put the Friday one back in. And so apart from that, I've got to go home and cook spaghetti aglio e olio, and I'm going to cut a little bit of chorizo into mine, which Christina doesn't want, and I've just bought a